So, here's what I have so far. As you might notice from my other video, it is not sandstone anymore. And why is that? It's because I realized I can't do sandstone. I have no idea what it looks like. I could not dry brush sandstone for anything. I couldn't get the colors out right. Of course, I don't even know what sandstone is really supposed to look like, whether it's darker on top or darker on the bottom, or I don't even know what. So what did? I just did regular stone, like you would see on a castle wall. And this came out much better. I don't know if you can see the detail on that. It came out a lot better. Dry brushed really nice. Wonderful shading. There's a couple pieces where the sandstone like still peeking through, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't care. Anyway, and also for the bottom, I colored it brown and black. Well, I did the entire thing in black, but then I just basically shaded it up with a really deep brown and then like a little lighter brown, and then I started dry brushing in a whole bunch of different shades of light browns and brown grays and darker browns, just trying to give it some difference. It kind of looks a little unsanitary, but whatever. So yeah, that's what I have so far. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. But right now, I'm going to put on... Oh, I'm so sorry I'm yawning. I'm just so tired. Right now I'm going to put on some moss. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to take this Q-tip thing, and once I find it, some glue. What I'm going to do is make sure that my glue actually comes out of my bottle, and just put a little bit on the Q-tip and apply where I want it to go. So I want it to go, I don't know, start right here and work my way down this way. And put a little bit more on. And I could probably just put it directly on the piece, but you know what, I'm going to do it this way. Pretend like I'm being all clever about it. And start making a mess everywhere. And it's going to go down the stairs, or maybe up here possibly. You know, let's just start putting it on the piece instead of making my life a lot harder. I'll put a little bit around up here. Pretend like it's crawling around. I don't know if I've been showing you exactly what I've been doing or if I've been out of camera range. Oh well, I'm not going back now. Alright, that looks good to me. So just a nice little bit of glue. Now what do? We go into our bucket of... Let me get all this shit out of the way. Go into our bucket of green of stuffs. Find the one that we most like. this one. We make sure that it's not completely molded over. So we'll open it. I'm trying to do this with all one hand. I would realize that it's all nice and dry and still good. It doesn't smell that bad. So then I just go in and start. Realize that that doesn't look that great for some reason. Alright, be back in a second. Alright, so after you fill around with it and realize you can't paint in sandstone because you don't know how to paint sandstone and your flock is all messy and full of hair, you finally figure out what you're doing, you get your bearings back straight, and you flock it again. So there is it flocked. I'm going to have to add some more flock right there. Where my fingertip is. But I'll get around to that later. So yeah, it's just some moss crawling on the side and around the top. I think it looks better in person rather than on camera. I don't know. Whatever, I might have to put some underneath the stairs. But I'll do that again later. So, like you all know, this is supposed to be a floating temple, so it's going to probably be something like this, high off the ground. And I'll have a base to the bottom. I don't think I'm going to connect them together. I think I'll just have them separately, and I'll just place them wherever I want to at that moment. But, you know, it's not enough to just kind of like have it floating off the ground. I think we're going to have to do something to simulate it in the air. And so what I came up with, turn that upside down, was to use cotton balls for clouds. Now I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work or how well, but I imagine something to the effect of like that. Just some wispy clouds. Of course, it'd be fully encased in it, but yeah, some wispy clouds just whoosh, curling around the tower. And I think that actually does not look too bad. So what we're going to have to do is just kind of stretch it out. I'm going to make it really thin. You can't make it too thick, I think, because then it just looks like a cotton ball glued onto the thing. So if it's really thin, I think that makes it look the best. So I'm going to have to do that. So we're just going to glue those on, see how it comes out, and I'll be back later. If it doesn't work out that well, then I'll just rip them off. It shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I'll retry it. Alright. I think I'm done with this episode. So next episode, I'll start on the clouds, I suppose. I don't know, I just kind of lost my train of thought. Bye-bye.